Welcome to Sarah Talks Food. Today we are really talking about food, and I get to share with you one of my favorite hors d'oeuvre recipes. With the holidays coming up, we're all going to be tempted by all of the phyllo pastry and the cheese stuffed this and the sugary, yummy, sweet, salty, everything that we're going to see in the frozen section and all over the place at the grocery store. So today we're going to be doing a Whole Foods hors d'oeuvre that I've been making for years. I love this recipe. I hope you love it too. We're going to learn how to make stuffed mushrooms, and you're going to see how we turn this into this. So stick around. I hope you love these as much as I do. So whenever you buy mushrooms, you'll know that, there's sort of a yucky part of the stem there. And so you're just going to want to eliminate that last little tiny piece of that stem. So you're just going to go ahead and take your knife and cut that off, because you're going to be using the rest of the stem in the recipe. So you just want to take off that little piece so that you're leaving most of the stem intact. When you're going to try to pop out that mushroom stem, you're going to basically kind of just pry it. I sort of take my thumb and I push the one side. You can almost hear it snap. And then I turn it around and I push the other way, and it just comes out clean. It's beautiful. Basically, you're going to curl your fingers, and then you're just going to chop the mushroom. And then you're going to go the other way, again with your fingers curled. And then you're going to do that with all of them. And then you're just going to take your knife and run it through. You're never going to let the knife leave the board. And you're just going to keep going back and forth until you sort of get a nice fine mixture there of the mushroom. And then what we'll do is we'll move on to chopping our onion. What we've got is, again, a flat edge. And I'm going to curl my fingers and I'm going to just go almost to the back side of the onion, but I'm not going to quite go all the way through. Then I'm going to come this way, and I'm going to go ahead and, again, almost to the edge, but not quite. And I'm going to basically turn it into chopped onion in a much easier way. And then you just chop downwards. Again, fingers are curled, so you're never at risk of cutting yourself. This is, to me, the best way that I've ever cut onions. I'm going to swirl that around a little bit. We're going to go ahead and add in our onion. Chopped onion. Add in the mushroom pieces. We're going to stir that in there. Again, just letting them kind of soften and brown a little bit. The onions are certainly going to start to brown a little bit. I have given these to almost every friend and family member that I have, and they are to die for. This is IKEA, 10 bucks, best investment you'll ever make. You basically just pop that in there and it gets all of the garlic out. Super simple, not a challenge at all. And I find that so many of the crummy ones that you can buy just work really poorly. So now I'm going to add in a good little pinch of salt and a bunch of cracks of black pepper. Nothing like salt and pepper to finish off a dish. We're going to let that kind of get around. You can start to really smell that garlic cooking. It is amazing. So as you know, again, I'm a huge fan of fresh herbs. I love thyme. Super easy to remove it as well. You just take your fingernail and you can just pull it apart. I'm just going to put a little bit of goat cheese in there, probably about 1/4 teaspoon really. And then we're going to go ahead in with the mixture, with the mushroom and onion mixture. You're going to get that on there, and then you're going to use your fingers. I know this is a bit of a messy job, but I promise it's worth it once they're all done. They're so yummy. So don't they look delicious? Oh my gosh, I love this recipe so much. Definitely not for the mushroom hater in your life, but if you love mushrooms, this is a great way to serve them. They're a fun one biter if you get the smaller mushrooms. That's a great way to do it if you're serving them as an hors d'oeuvre. But Roger and I usually just get the biggest ones we can find and we stuff them. So let's go ahead and try these. And I also wanted to mention I just garnished the plate with a little bit of fresh thyme as well as a few cherry tomatoes just to make it look a little bit festive. So I'm gonna grab this big one right in the middle and I'm gonna take a bite. Here we go. Oh yeah, that's amazing. We baked them for about 20 minutes, by the way. I want you to love your life one bite at a time.